Hey, welcome back to my double header of videos today. Here I am with the Smackdown recap video. Better than Raw. That's not saying much. But like Impact, I thought that all the matches on the show were solid. So I guess we can get into this. First they start off, with a couple of graphics. With the, Josh Matthews or whoever announcing that Kane will face Daniel Bryan and Sheamus will face Dolph Ziggler. Before I get into anything else, Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler had a world title match and the way out on pay-per-view. Why in God's name are we getting a rematch of a match that was on pay-per-view for free? Okay, mini rant over. Okay, now we go. The actual show starts with Teddy Long, holla holla player. He comes out on the stage. He says that the former general manager John Laurinaitis has been canned. And he says the GM for tonight will be the same guy who was the GM for Raw, Mick Foley. And then I was like, Teddy Long was the general manager before Johnny Ace got the people power win or whatever. So why isn't Teddy Long the GM again instead of having I don't know, whatever. So then Long was going to say more, but then Big Show, his music played and he came out. So then he gets in the ring and he says he doesn't care that Johnny Ace got the boot. He doesn't care about the fans. He only cares about himself. And then he sarcastically congratulates Cena for escaping the cage. With the help of like 5 or 6 other guys, had no way out. And he says, he crushed Cena in a one-on-one, and Cena and the fans know that he's telling the truth here. And he says that he doesn't care about, he says he doesn't care about Cena anymore. The fans chant Cena's name, and Big Show says he's moving on, and he's throwing his hat into the Money in the Bank match. And he said that no one can stop him, and the Money in the Bank match can stop him either. And he says he'll be WWE champion for as long as he wants. And then he says that he isn't doing this for the locker room, for WWE, not for the fans. He's doing it all for him. And he says that it'll be all his. Then Brodus Clay comes out. The stupid music plays, but thank God he didn't do a stupid act. He came out with the Funkalettis, whatever the fuck you want to call them. And it was actually nice to see them not being assholes here. Sorry, Ken Anderson, I'm still your liner. So then, Show, goes after him. Brodus slides into the ring, under the bottom rope to get in the ring. Show attacks him, and he goes for an Irish whip. Brodus reverses it. He manages to, he headbutts Show down. He was working over Big Show for a little bit. Then David Otunga came in, clipped Brodus Clay's left knee, and then Brodus went down. Then Big Show kicked Brodus Clay in the knee a few times, booted him in the gut, and then went back on the knee again. And then he gave Brodus the WMB, the knockout punch, and then he walked out. He just left the back. And then David Otunga got in the ring and said, "Well, somebody better call Brodus Clay's mama." And then Otunga tells Brodus to get up so that he can show Brodus how the pterodactyl's really done or whatever. And he has Brodus Clay's music hit, and he does this hokey version of the pterodactyl while doing his Chris Masters pose. Mostly a good opening segment. I thought Big Show's promo was enjoyable here. I think he's good on his he's really good with his promos. But I guess the whole David Otunga thing was a little on the hokey side, I thought. So it was a good opener. And then we get to the Ryback squashes Two Jabrones match. Jared Watchler and Frank Vanessa, and they do the usual pre-getting squashed by Ryback promo. Ryback comes out, double Samoan drop, pinfall, the end. Squash. More. Okay. Then they show Mick Foley, who's wearing a jacket and a tie-dye shirt. Backstage, chatting with Yoshitatsu. Vicky Guerrero comes in, and she says something to Yoshitatsu or whatever, and he says, "You're angry like a witch," and he walks out. And Vicky tells Mick Foley that next week she'll be the GM of Raw and SmackDown. And Mick says, "Oh, that's great. That means I get to be on the show again. I can be your assistant or whatever." And he's all ecstatic. And she tells him that he's supposed to be upset by him. And he's like, "Oh, that's right." And then he says he knows someone who would be a good assistant. And then Great Khali's music is actually plays. He comes in, and then Foley does like a little tour with Vicky, and then she walks out in disgust. And then Foley and Khali are doing a combo of the Do Love, and Khali dances or whatever. It was corny. Then we get a favorite time to pick for the favorite moment of Raw, since we're coming up on episode number 1000. And we get it this time. It's from Daniel Bryan, and his pick was when Marty Jannetty won the Intercontinental title, beating from Shawn Michaels, which was that was a good pick, and that's also actually on the Best of the Raw DVD set that came out maybe a couple of years ago. That was good. That was a good pick. Then we get to Christian and Alberto Del Rio. Good back and forth match. I thought that they had some good spots here. And then Del Rio got the cross arm breaker on Christian, and Christian tapped. I don't get why they had Christian do a clean job here. I mean, it was the Intercontinental Champion. I mean, I know the belt doesn't mean what it used to, but it's like you got a guy who has a belt, and it's not Santino Marella, and not the U.S. This is not Santino with the U.S. title. This is you get Christian Intercontinental Champion doing a clean job in a non-title match. I thought that was kind of weird. Anyway, so afterwards, Cody Rhodes comes in, and he slides in the ring, and as Christian's getting up, Christian finally gets up, and then Cody just clotheslines him from behind, and then he locks in a cross-arm breaker of his own on Christian, and then Christian fights back for a bit, and then Cody sends his shoulder first into the ring post. And then Cody walks out, and then Smoke and Mirrors' music is playing. A good segment too. So I mean, it looks like they're doing they're going to continue the Christian Cody feud. They should really put Cody in. They should have Cody Rhodes win the freaking Money in the Bank. Have him be in there and have him win it. I mean, the guy's got the tools, man. I mean, the guy's amazing. I don't know why they feel the need to do the whole. Let's elevate the guy and then let's de-elevate him and then boom, 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 and all that crap. But we've ranted on it before. So then we get Kane and Daniel Bryan. AJ was the guest timekeeper. So what happened here was Kane actually eventually got the pin after a choke slam. It was a good match. There was some good back and forth. There was some good back and forth action here. Daniel Bryan actually got the guillotine choke on Kane, and it looked like Kane was going to tap out, but he managed to get out of it and throw Daniel off. And then Daniel Bryan got the yes lock on Kane. Kane went for the ropes. He was attempting to reach the ropes. And then AJ rang the bell. And then Daniel celebrated, so thinking that he made Kane tap out and he won the match. But the referee tells him that the match isn't over yet. And he's all just, I guess he's preoccupied with that and AJ, whatever. And then Kane chokeslams Daniel Bryan, pinfall at the end. And then they show AJ, doing the usual crazy chick bit, with the crazy, with that wacko look on her face, and she just skips up the ramp. I thought the match was good, and like I said, AJ is doing a really good job as playing the unstable, whatever you want to call her. I don't know. Like I say, as Punk calls the crazy chick. I don't know if there's any other way to say it, but so then Mick Foley comes out. And he says he thanks Johnny Ace for being so lame that he got canned because of it. And then Heath Slater comes out and he says that he's here for to protest because he said that Cindy Lauper, Wendy Richter, and Roddy Piper embarrassed him Monday night on Raw after Cindy hit him over the head with the gold record. And Foley tells Slater that Cindy's a formidable competitor and he doesn't have anything to be embarrassed about. And then Foley brings out Heath Slater's opponent for right now. Woo, woo, woo! You know it. Zack Ryder comes out, squashes Heath Slater pretty much. A good short match. Ryder got the Rough Rider off the second rope, 1, 2, 3. It was a good but short match. Like I said, both guys are sadly in lower level job man land. But anyway, it was nice to see Ryder on SmackDown, even though it was for a couple of minutes. Then they show Mick Foley and Zack Ryder backstage celebrating, Ryder's win, blah blah blah. And then they run into Damien Sandow, and Sandow does as usual, I'm here to bring to educate the fans and this and that and then blah blah blah. And Ryder tells Sandow that Foley's a legend, and then Sandow says that Ryder is the world's biggest miscreant. You're welcome. Great stuff there. Yes, Sandow is really, like I said, he's really good. He's really good at playing the intellectual heel there. So then we get the Usos versus Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, now known as the Primetime Players. Of course, they win when Titus O'Neil gets the pinfall on one of them. Well, Abraham Washington, AW, the owner of All World Promotions, whatever the hell you want to call him, distracts the referee, and then Darren Young capitalizes on that and crotches one of the Usos on the top rope as they were standing up there. And then Titus O'Neil hit the Clash of the Titus, 1, 2, 3. That was it. It was a solid match. Then back to, we have the Primetime Players doing the $1 million stuff backstage, and then they're attacked by Epico and Primo. So a mini brawl broke out. That was good too, I thought. I guess I don't know if we're gonna be getting. I guess we're gonna be getting a Primo Epico versus Titus O'Neil Darren Young feud. I guess. I I don't even know when the hell they're gonna have the Primetime Players win the tag titles. Like I said, that match of No Way Out should have been to see who wins the belts, since R-Truth, that was a legit injury. But anyway, so then next is Comedy Jobber. Santino Marella comes out, and it's time, and they do a fans show the signs on the Tron bit. So they show the fan signs, and then some woman had an I Love Santino, with a heart on it. She had a I Love Santino sign. He has her come out. She hops off the guardrail. She gets in the ring. She's got a Cobra sock on her hand also, or whatever, and she's all psyched, and she's like, "Oh, Cobra!" And then it was like, "Oh, hey, let's have a Cobra's kiss," or whatever, and then they just and then she just plants one on Santino, and then Santino's like, and then he collapses. Me, I'm not really into the Santino character, so like I said, it was the typical Santino comedy. I didn't really care for it. So then we get our main event. It was Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler, and as I mentioned before, I don't know why we have this match the same week we had it on pay-per-view, but whatever. But it was a really good back and forth match. I actually thought it was the best part of the show. Sheamus won, eventually hitting the brogue kick on Dolph, and then Sheamus was just celebrating with the fans in the front row, by the barrier, and that was it. And that was the end of the show. So like I say, I thought overall the show was solid to good. Like I said, Big Show's opening promo I found entertaining. Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler was easily the highlight of the show this week. Most of the other matches were, like I said, were solid to good also. The only two short ones were Ryder Slater and obviously the Ryback Splash Fest. Damien Sandow continues to be the intellectual heel. And the backstage thing with him and Ryder and Foley was good. The brawl with Primo and Epico and the Primetime Players, I liked. I thought that was a good way to start that feud going. Christian Del Rio, that was good. I thought that was good too. It didn't make sense to have Christian do a clean submission job, but whatever. I'm guessing Christian and Cody Rhodes is going to be continuing. I don't know. Santino has. I think he beat both the secondary champions in the same week, because they had mentioned that if Kane had beaten Punk and Sheamus, he would beat both world champions in 1 week or whatever. So honestly, even Kane and Daniel Bryan was good too. Even it's like AJ being out there, of course. There's still a whole. We don't know where she, who she's siding with, or if she's with anybody yet at this point. So we'll see what happens. So overall, I thought this was a good show, a good episode of Smackdown this week. I guess that'll do it now. So till I guess Tuesday, which will be my birthday. I'll be back with my Raw video recap. So till then, you can check out tonyviz.blogspot.com, and music contact, subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment as you see fit. And until then, this is Tony Viz, the Tone. Thanks for watching me, everybody. Take care, and I'll talk to y'all on Tuesday. Or maybe Wednesday since it's my birthday. I don't know. But take care, folks.